Hello and welcome to Inspire Wine. I'm Maria.
And I'm Steve.
Have you ever walked into a wine store and felt completely overwhelmed? So many wines, so many labels. So today we're going to talk about how to be the boss in the wine store.
Yeah, what I want you all to come away with after this episode is learn how to approach the wine store, learn the different ways in which a wine store is organized, and 3, how to pick that perfect wine just for you.
So let's get out of here. We're heading over to Ridgeview Liquor in the shadows of Lambeau Field, and we're talking to local wine expert, Ralph. So here we are at Ridgeview Liquor with Ralph, the wine extraordinaire. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming in and seeing me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of this has to do with why you select a certain wine, and there's a lot of reasons. For me, having something local, truly local, is the bubbler. I mean, you guys grow that here, and I like having wines that I can have a story about.
And today we're talking about, how to be the boss in a wine store, because people walk in and they're a little bit intimidated. There's so many different wines and they're named different things. It's crazy.
So I got 3 questions for you, Ralph.
Oh, jeepers.
Number 1, what is the most common question you get when people come in looking for a bottle of wine?
What do you have that's sweet? We're in Green Bay.
Okay.
Well, do you have something that we don't have? Yeah, that's really common. What's your favorite?
Okay. That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Ask an expert what their favorite is.
Right.
What is the biggest intimidating factor for customers coming in that they should not be intimidated by when it comes to selecting a wine?
Don't be intimidated by the plethora of choices.
Yeah.
You have something you're looking for. Tell this wine rep, the salesperson, what it is.
There's probably 10,000 SKUs or bottles of wine you can choose from across the United States or the world. And as you know, you can't taste them all. It is a very experiential thing. And so having a first-hand account with someone that you get to know, that I think can guide you a long way in making the right choice.
If people would come in and say, hey, I'm looking for a bottle of red wine, it's for a gift, and I want to spend $20, and they're having it with the meal tonight.
Okay.
That gives me a really good specific thing.
Yeah, I think the 2 biggest takeaways would be try a lot of things and ask a lot of questions.
Drink more wine.
Yes. It's very experiential. You can only learn by trying.
That's absolutely
You
right.
cannot read your way to being an expert in this business.
Well, what we're going to do now is take a walk through the wine store and see how you've organized it.
Okay, great.
So here we have Cabernet, so that's variety based.
That's variety based, and this has a wide range of regions, countries, all different kinds of stuff.
And price points. Is there some organization to that too?
Well, the top row is always the top row. It's top shelf.
Top shelf.
Oh, then we go down, I've got Spain here. This section's gonna grow because Spain is doing some great stuff right now.
Do you foresee a day where Americans will become so familiar with the wines that we might start going regionally labeled versus varietal labeled?
No.
No.
I think the world will modify to meet the American needs.
Really?
So if somebody wanted to try a Syrah, how would you tell them to navigate this area?
If you like big, bold flavors, this is where you go.
Okay.
This is a lot of tannin, a lot of color. It turns your teeth purple when you drink this.
So a customer should just basically ask some questions, right? If they want to know what to do.
Right.
And local is confusing too, isn't it? Because you've got fruit wines, you've got grape wines, you've got local grapes, you've got other grapes.
And that's difficult for people if this is the only thing they've sampled. If they spend a lot of time going to the wineries around, they think that Wisconsin wine is sweet fruit wine, and that's not always the case. I mean, you guys are growing grapes right here and making wines that actually express what's going on here.
It makes a lot of sense to market what you can do consistently, and Mother Nature's the boss.
Why is there such a variance in price? What really dictates price?
Let's look at this wine, the Prisoner. This was made by Oren Swift. It's a really nice, it's an expensive $47 bottle of wine, but he didn't make much of it. Really good, didn't make much. That's the combination for making it expensive.
Yeah, the wisdom is you grow wine, you don't make wine. And so you are really focused on what you can do best with your particular plot. And so if you have a smaller plot, smaller production, but you want high quality over quantity, you have a higher price point.
Right, and if you're buying, what I would call bulk wines, that's what they're doing. They're just picking in bulk.
Yep.
You get the salamanders and the spiders and the stems and the seeds and everything goes in there, and they put some chemicals in to take that all out, and off you go. You've got wine.
Yeah, people don't realize how
I'm sorry.
agricultural
That
it
was
is.
Oh, that's
hard.
the truth.
That was
I
hard.
like that.
That was hard.
In the
We don't
industry,
have
they
any
call that.
Outlanders in ours,
You can edit that out
okay?
later.
In the industry, they call that MOG, M-O-G, material other than grape. It is a standard word that's used in the industry. Yes.
You can buy California, and then you can buy Sonoma, and then you can buy a particular vineyard within there. When you go from big to small, that also creates the price and the quality.
The label tells you a lot. Here you see Paso Robles. That is a viticultural area within California, and this is a higher price point. That's $19. But if you want something that's a little less expensive, go to Apothic Crush, and there it's California. So this is a blend of grapes from all across the state. So again, it goes back to volume and the specificity of an area that dictates the price.
This is one of my favorites.
Okay.
This is Michel Chapoutier. I like Michel Chapoutier because he makes wines in a really wide range of price points. This one is 26, but he also makes this one at 10 bucks. And Marius is his grandfather.
And how would somebody know that
Unless you know the story.
Right.
Yes.
So don't be
So
scared to
ask.
Ask
So
the questions.
ask.
There's nothing wrong with asking. I think the biggest lesson, right?
Absolutely.
So hopefully today this information is going to help you learn how to be the boss in a wine store. But I think one of the biggest takeaways is don't be scared to ask, right?
Oh, please ask.
Ask the
Find a
question.
bottle shop you can work with, whether it's Ridgeview Liquor or some other bottle shop. Find somebody you can work with. They'll help you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ralph and Ridgeview Liquor, for that excellent advice and the tour of the wine store. Now you know how to be the boss in a wine store.
So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by pressing the big red square button. It's located right below this video. And also, comment with any ideas that you'd like us to cover or any questions that you may have. Thanks for watching this episode of Inspire Wine.